Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Tanvi Taneja with the midday news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls for united and coordinated efforts to tackle the challenge of COVID-19 virus. Lauds the roles of doctors, nurses and municipal workers. Parliament session will not be curtailed, says Parliamentary Affairs Minister Pralhad Joshi. Fresh batch of 53 evacuees from Iran arrives at Army Wellness Centre at Jaisalmer this morning. Budget session of Madhya Pradesh Assembly adjourned till 26th of March in view of coronavirus outbreak. And Labour Ministry says almost all major sectors have shown growth in employment. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that various authorities are working in sync at different levels to ensure that COVID-19 does not spread. In a series of tweets, Mr. Modi assured that no stone is being left unturned to ensure people are healthy. He said doctors, nurses and healthcare workers are putting great efforts to fight COVID-19 and this contribution will be cherished always. He stressed that it is being ensured that everyone is healthy and those showing symptoms get proper care. The Prime Minister stated that it is a united response from everyone and this shows strong spirit of the nation in such situations. He also said that avoiding non-essential travel and minimizing social outings are welcome steps. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Pralhad Joshi today ruled out curtailing the duration of the ongoing budget session of Parliament. He was responding to queries by media outside Parliament. A CPIM member in the Rajya Sabha today asked the government to consider exemption of cancellation charges by Airlines and Railways in view of the threat of coronavirus. Raising the issue during zero hour, E. Karim expressed concern over the spread of the virus, saying that it has disturbed the normal life of people. Responding to this, Chairman Venkaiah Naidu observed that the suggestion is worth consideration. He also asked the government to examine the suggestion.
It is worth considering because of a sudden cancellation of the school schedules and also other things. People are forced to cancel their program. So let the airlines and also railways take note of this situation and see to it that no cancellation charges are collected. That is the suggestion by the members. Please get it examined by the concerned ministers.
Meanwhile, several members in the Rajya Sabha today expressed grave concern over the spread of coronavirus and asked the government to take effective steps to contain it. S.R. Balasubramanian of the AIADMK made a strong plea for adjourning the Rajya Sabha in view of the prevailing coronavirus situation in the country. Raising the issue, he also wanted cancellation of the Indian Premier League cricket matches. Derek O'Brien of the Trinamool Congress suggested that members of Parliament should spread awareness messages to prevent the virus. Dr. Sasmit Patra of the Biju Janata Dal demanded sanitization of bank ATMs, increasing the number of virus testing centres and screening of passengers at domestic terminals. Dr. Vikas Mahatme of the BJP cautioned against rumours. He said, consumption of chicken will not spread the virus. Responding to the concerns of the members, Chairman Venkaiah Naidu asked people to ignore rumours and follow the good practices of hygiene. Minister of Labour and Employment Santosh Kumar Gangwar today informed the Lok Sabha that except the construction sector, all major sectors have shown growth in employment in the country. The minister further said that the Labour Bureau initiated the revamped Quarterly Employment Survey QES in April 2016 by extending the scope and coverage in sizable segment of non-farm industrial economy covering 8 major sectors. These sectors include manufacturing, construction, trade, transport, education, health, accommodation and restaurants and IT/BPO having 10 or more workers.
हमारा मानना ये है कि केंद्र के विभिन्न सेक्टर जो 8 सेक्टर्स हैं उनमें रोजगार में करीब 6.16 लाख रोजगार की वृद्धि हुई है और ये वास्तव में अपने आप को इस बात के लिए एक प्रदर्शित कर रहा है कि रोजगार के अवसर हमारे देश में लगातार बढ़ रहे हैं। केवल कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट का एक ऐसा सेक्टर है कि जिसमें कुछ कमी नजर आ रही है, नहीं तो हर क्षेत्र में रोजगार के अवसर बढ़ रहे हैं।
Opposition members, including those from the Congress, the DMK, the TMC, the NCP and the left parties, today staged a walkout in the Lok Sabha in protest of the answer given by the Minister of State for Finance, Anurag Thakur, during the question hour. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi sought a list of 50 willful defaulters of banks at present, including the funds advanced and the amount written off. He expressed dissatisfaction towards the reply given by the minister. When he sought the reply, the minister briefed about the steps taken by the government to bring the fugitive economic offenders. He also said the details asked by the member are available on the website.
वेबसाइट पर उपलब्ध होती है 25 लाख से ज्यादा की और जो डिफॉल्टर है 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा उनकी भी जानकारी होती है। 4,80,000 करोड़ रुपया बैंकों की रिकवरी हुई एनसीएलटी के आईबीसी प्रोसेस से पहले और बाद में, तो मोदी जी की सरकार के समय हुआ। पैसा इन्होंने बांटा, वापस लाने का काम हमारी सरकार ने किया है। फ्यूजिटिव इकोनॉमिक ऑफेंडर बिल है, हमारी सरकार लाई। जो भगौड़े इनके समय पैसा लेकर भाग गए थे उनका प्रॉपर्टी जब्त की तो हमारी सरकार ने की है।
This ensued protests by the Congress and other opposition members. Some members rushed to the well of the House and raised slogans. However, Speaker Om Birla chose to run the House amidst noisy scenes. Finally, the members staged the walkout. Minister of Culture Pralhad Singh Patel assured the Lok Sabha that there is no proposal to convert any centrally protected monument as an earning centre. While replying to a question, he said regular conservation, preservation and annual maintenance are taken up besides environmental upgradation and providing basic facilities. Various members insisted that the monuments should not be disturbed and no construction activity should be allowed in the protected monument sites. Human Resources Development Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank has said that central government is providing support to the states and UTs through Samagra Shiksha Yojana for implementing the various provisions of the RTE Act, including opening or strengthening of schools. In a written reply to a question in the Lok Sabha today, Mr. Pokhriyal also said that proposals for opening up of new Kendriya Vidyalayas are being considered only when received in the prescribed pro forma from the district administration through the state government concerned. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. After the first batch of 236 evacuees that arrived at Jaisalmer yesterday, a fresh batch of 53 evacuees from Iran have reported to the Army Wellness Center at Jaisalmer this morning. This fourth batch of 53 Indians has arrived from coronavirus-affected Tehran and Shiraz in Iran. In a tweet, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said the latest batch of evacuees include 52 students and a teacher. Dr. Jaishankar thanked the Iranian authorities for facilitating the evacuation of Indians. He also praised the Indian ambassador and other officials for their efforts. Defence spokesman Sombit Ghosh told that as per the procedure, preliminary screening of these persons was undertaken at the airport upon arrival. Thereafter, they were moved to the Army Wellness Center at Jaisalmer. The Army authorities have assured that they are fully geared up to accommodate all these evacuated Indian citizens and provide them with the requisite medical and administrative support during their mandatory quarantine period. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal today said no religious, social, cultural and political gathering of over 50 people will be allowed in Delhi till 31st of March. Briefing media in New Delhi, Mr. Kejriwal said gyms, nightclubs and spas will be closed in the national capital till the end of this month in view of COVID-19 outbreak. He said weddings have been excluded so far from restrictions, but he also advised people to consider postponing the dates. The Chief Minister said they will examine if Thermal screening for coronavirus can be done in Delhi Metro as well. All autos and taxis will be disinfected for free and hand sanitizers will be placed at maximum places. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has advised people to follow basic protective measures so that they can keep themselves safe from the novel coronavirus. More from our correspondent.
People should avoid participating in large gatherings. If a person is experiencing cough and fever, he or she should avoid close contact with others. People are advised not to touch their eyes, nose and mouth without cleaning their hands. Spitting in public places should be avoided. All persons should practice frequent hand washing with soap and water or use alcohol-based hand rub. In case of fever, difficulty in breathing and cough, a doctor should be consulted immediately. The government has also issued a 24/7 helpline number 011-2397-8046 and also an email ID ncov2019@gmail.com for any assistance on coronavirus. Swati Rakheja, News Desk.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its weekly bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak, will bring you a discussion tonight on prevention and control of coronavirus infection. Coronavirus संक्रमण से बचाव और रोकथाम. This can be heard on the FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. Listeners can ask questions to the experts sitting in our studio on the toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates. This program is also available on Doordarshan DTH. With less than 5 months to go for the Tokyo Olympics, the International Olympic Committee will take stock of the actions taken to respond to the coronavirus crisis as the organization conducts a regular dialogue with all the Olympic partners and regularly informs them of the situation. While many international sporting events have been postponed or cancelled, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe promised on Friday that Tokyo would host the Olympic Games as planned in July and August. Meanwhile, the Center for Disease Control has recommended that sporting events and other large events and mass gatherings be cancelled or postponed for the next 8 weeks. The novel coronavirus, which has been declared as a global pandemic by the WHO, has so far killed more than 5,700 people, infected more than 150,000 and spread to 146 countries of the world. Back home, the budget session of the Madhya Pradesh Assembly has been adjourned till 26th of March in view of coronavirus outbreak. Prior to this, Governor Lalji Tandon, in his brief customary address before the session, appealed to the members to uphold parliamentary traditions and responsibilities in a peaceful manner. He completed his address in 1 minute and left the House. The fate of the Kamal Nath-led Congress government in Madhya Pradesh was to be decided at the floor of the State Assembly today. Governor Lalji Tandon had directed the Chief Minister to seek a trust vote in the House. Mr. Tandon had asked Mr. Kamal Nath to seek the trust vote immediately after the Governor's address in the Assembly. The 15-month-old Kamal Nath government is on the verge of a collapse due to the resignation of 22 Congress MLAs. At the stock markets, the Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange crumpled 1,857 points to trade at 32,246 a short while ago. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange crashed 523 points to 9,432. And at the Forex market, the rupee plunged 52 paise to 74 rupees 26 paise against the dollar in afternoon deals. And now, before we end the bulletin, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls for united and coordinated efforts to tackle the challenge of COVID-19 virus, lauds the roles of doctors, nurses and municipal workers. Parliament session will not be curtailed, says Parliamentary Affairs Minister Pralhad Joshi. Fresh batch of 53 evacuees from Iran arrives at the Army Wellness Centre at Jaisalmer this morning. Budget session of Madhya Pradesh Assembly adjourned till 26th of March in view of coronavirus outbreak. And Labour Ministry says almost all major sectors have shown growth in employment. And with that, we end the midday news.